Hi, welcome to Galactic Command Tarot. This is a psychic beacon. So if you're watching this, then you are a member of Galactic Command. Now, you can choose to believe that or not. As it is, you exist in one of two states or conditions, and that is either active or inactive. Now, active means everything I say or do or pull from the ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck will apply to you. Inactive means everything I say or do or pull from the ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck will not apply to you. To go from inactive to active, all you have to do is say, of my own free will, I volunteer for service with Galactic Command, and that is it. You are in. Now, being inactive and active is, well, let me put it like this. Inactive means you really aren't doing anything in the world. You are a member of Galactic Command, but you don't have access to this. But I want you to know that you are actually pretty much surrounded by members of Galactic Command. They're always going to be in your life, whether you choose to be inactive or active. They'll always be following you around. They'll always be talking to you. Active means you are actively listening to them, working with them. And that is really the basics of it. Active means you can hear them more clearly. Okay? You will listen attentively to them. Inactive means you can still try to do these things, but you're going to be in doubt. You're going to wonder, is this happening? Is this really happening? They will still try to talk to you. They'll still see what they can do for you. You have all the technology already built into you. You're saying, well, I don't see nothing inside me. It's very complicated being light beings and then being in a physical form. Okay, so you have built-in weapons, literally built-in weapons inside of you. So anyways, as I said before, if you want to go from inactive to active, all you have to do is say, of my own free will, I volunteer for service with Galactic Command, and that is it. Dreams. When you are active, you can see them in your dreams. They have your permission to enter your dreams, to help you out. When I was first starting out in Galactic Command, I would see my daughter from Galactic Command. I would see her standing at the head of my bed, watching me go to sleep. Now, I wouldn't see her when I was going to sleep, but sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night, and for the briefest of moments, I would see her there, watching me, just smiling, watching me sleep. And I don't know if she was at the foot of bed, but I always knew she was there. And as I said, there's usually two. And I remember one night, it felt like I was being attacked by dark beings, okay? And for a moment, just like the people you see in these cards, the Galactic Command warriors dressed in their blue, I was in the blue, and I was fighting, and I was using light beams from my hand. I was firing literally light beams from my hand, and I wasn't scared. I was taking them out, and at this moment, I can't remember how I was doing it, if they were dying or disappearing or, one of those things. But anyways, I remember I was fighting and I was winning. And at the end of one of these battles, I was like running through this trench or something, and I heard a voice that said, this is such and such of Galactic Command. I'm paraphrasing because it's been a while, but it's like, this is such and such from Galactic Command. Sir, do you need assistance? And they identified themselves by name. And I said, this is such and such of Galactic Command. No assistance is required. I remember saying those words. Well, not exactly like that, but I remember saying that. And then they forced me to wake up. And if you've ever had a dream that you liked or loved or was just having so much fun in it, and then all of a sudden, you're waking up, you'll know what I'm talking about. You're like, no, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up. No, wait. Let me ask me some more questions. Let me see what's going on. And that's what happened. They forced me to wake up. So just want you to know. Anyways, let's get started, okay? So this is the Ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck, manifested by Archangel Michael to help members of Galactic Command. And as I've said before, Archangel Michael is a member of Galactic Command. You may be wondering how, because he's an angel. Well, before he manifested himself into an angel, he became a member of Galactic Command, which informed him that he was an angel. And so that's how it worked out. Okay, so Archangel Michael is a member of Galactic Command because of that. So, cut the deck 3 times, their left hand into one deck, and we deal from the top. And this is your reading. King of Pentacles. And we're here just talking about your life, right? This is your life. Part of Galactic Command. Look at that. King of Pentacles. Your life. Authoritative. This is masculine energy, which is kind of how you work when you're in Galactic Command. You use sort of a lot of masculine energy. There's feminine energy, which is love. But when you're dealing in Galactic Command, love is in your heart. But there's duties and responsibilities. There's a purpose and a function to your life. So you have to take authority. Let's talk about a U.S. Marine. Those are always the best examples, okay? A U.S. Marine loves his family. He loves his country. But when he goes into action, he's sent to a foreign country, he does his duty. He has a purpose and he has a function. And some of those duties might be violent. They might, what we might call controversial. But we know that this man or this woman in their heart has love. He loves his mother and his father, and he loves his brothers and his sisters, and he loves his country. And he protects those beside him. So we're talking about you in Galactic Command. This confirms you are a member of Galactic Command. It's part of your life. Pentacles. Pentacles is part of your life. It means life. And you have a duty and responsibility. And as I said before, you may feel like you're lost, like you're looking for something. If you're not actively in Galactic Command, but once you are in, you know that it is your twin flame journey. You have been trained for it. You're here to look for the love of your life. And it is a simple mission, but it's a complicated mission at the same time. You have one goal, find the love in your life. And yet it's like a 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzle that you have to put together. Okay? I did a Star Wars puzzle. It was like 500 pieces. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it was Star Wars. And literally 75% of the pieces were all black. Anyways, next card. Scorpio, death. Now, I've said this before. Scorpio is a very nice person. You say it's the angel of death. Well, it's his job. It's his job. He has to do it. He has a purpose and he has a function. But it doesn't always mean death. The death card also means change. Change in you, change in those around you. And right now, this is you. There are things happening in your mind. We're going to put it right in your mind. And it has to do with your life. Now, these may be subtle changes or there may be drastic changes because we're talking about change with the Scorpio card. So it's like you watch the sunset go down. That's a change. You watch the sunset. You watch the sun rise in the morning. That's a change, which means if you've watched the death of one day and the beginning of night, you've watched the death of night for the beginning of a new day. But it also, on a bigger scale, could mean you're watching the death of summer and you're watching the birth of fall. Now, did you know in the old pagan times, there was no winter, spring, summer, and fall? There was only 2 seasons, summer and winter. And summer lasted 6 months and winter lasted 6 months. And guess what? Halloween was the official death of summer and the true start of winter. So if you want to know what the 6-month cycle was, start from Halloween, go 6 months, and you'll know what the first day of summer was. And then 6 months later, it's Halloween, which is their New Year. That's what they used to say, Happy New Year on Halloween. Instead of January 1st, their New Year was October 31st. So, in your life, Scorpio is present. He's not actually doing anything to you directly. He is working in the background. You have to understand that death is a part of life. So it just might be the grass. Just might be the grass dying. It just might be a bird flying out of the sky. It might be hunting season. But these are things that are always happening around you, and you don't like to think about them, you know? A lot of people don't like to think about them. You know, at Christmas time, the goose gets killed. Thanksgiving, they kill a turkey. You know, in the spring, you know, they slaughter the lambs and they slaughter the bulls and the cows and all that stuff. These are things that happen every day. People go hunting. People go fishing. We don't like to think that death is all around us, but it is. But you have to have a perfect balance in your life, harmony. Learn not to think about it. You know, you are members of Galactic Command and you are literally ancient in years. To say one of your family members that's alive in Galactic Command is 1,000 years old, well, that would be almost like a baby, literally. You know, they would look at him and say, "They're just a baby. You can't send them out on this dangerous mission. They're just a baby." You know, when I dreamt about my daughter, I'll tell you about that, since we had the discussion earlier. She was 50,000 years old. Okay? So we'll give you an idea of what's going on. So there is a balance and a harmony inside yourself that you already know. You know, Scorpio is change, sometimes drastic, sometimes tiny, but it's mixed here with your life. And it's a Galactic Command part of your life. So a lot of it is learn that balance, because I told you this is mental. So learn the balance inside of you. Be at peace with yourself. Make harmony. Don't worry about the future. Okay? Don't worry about the future. It's a strong card. That is a very, very strong card. If you have Scorpio showing up in your life, that is a very strong card. Okay? And he's, as I've said before, he is a nice person. He is a nice angel. He might actually come up to you and talk to you and just say, "Hi, how are you doing?" "Oh, that is very nice," and walk away. And you would never know it. You would never know it. And of course, he's an angel. Nine of Swords. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Your mind. You're accessing the energy in your mind. Look, literally energy coming up and down inside of you, up and down, up through the earth, down from Galactic Command, inside of you, everywhere. That's the energy that you're generating with your mind all over the world. Look at that. Swords. Those are thoughts. Those are thoughts. That energy that you have inside of you. You just can't believe it, can you? When I'm telling you that you're a powerful person, look at that. Literally, you. And all the energy flowing in and out and through you and around the planet, affecting everyone on it. Maybe a dot of light comes from you and touches your neighbor, touches the dog, lands on the car. That energy travels. It travels all around the world. You can have a piece of your heart, your light energy, touching somebody in, say, Japan. And they might do something with that energy in their heart that will flow eventually back to you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it might come back to you a week from now, or it might affect somebody 100 years from now. That energy is always flowing, always flowing. Even now, you're being affected by energy from the other members of Galactic Command and possibly your true love. I say possibly because they might not have landed exactly the same time as you did. There might be a year difference. Your twin flame might be older or younger than you. That is something you should keep in mind, okay? This is an agreement you guys made before you came down. You know, you might be one of those people who say, you know, I love older women, or I love younger women. I love older men, or I love younger men. And that is why when you find your twin flame, it doesn't matter what their age is, because they might not be on the planet yet, or they might have arrived before you. So that's what I'm talking about. But that's the energy in you. That's the energy in you. Remember, this was the first card out. You. The authoritative energy of Galactic Command on a mission, knowing who you are. Four of Cups. This is your confirmation that you left. This is you knowing that you volunteered to leave behind others in Galactic Command to go forward on a mission. You, right now. You know, this is about your thoughts. This is about you. And these are the cups representing those people you left behind loved ones in search of your true love. You know, if you're married, you know that you have a mom and a dad. You know, but you also have the love of your life. You know you have brothers and sisters. You know you have friends. Maybe friends you met in high school, you know, or anywhere like that, a university, business. But you had to leave them all behind to go on your mission. That is you thinking right now about your life and all those you left behind to go on this incredible journey, this incredible mission. It's your function, it's your duty. And it's fun. It's fun. Like I said, the big 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzle. And you might have been like me. They had the Star Wars puzzle where 75% of the pieces were all black. Then you might have one star or one piece of green or red or yellow or something like that. And you're like, okay, where does this go? I'm going to have to look at the box. Anyways, there you are. An Ace of Wands. Actions. This is a member of Galactic Command who is kind of like the, how should we put it? If she were the politician, she'd be the one who is talking for you, okay? Or let's say it differently, this would be your secretary. You know, that would be an easier way to understand it. And she's helping you to say the things that need to be done, opening the doorways for you to step through. You don't have to step through them, but she's the one opening the doorways, talking to the people, clearing a way for you. These are actions. And she's doing these things for you. Remember, it's like a secretary. She says, may I get you some coffee? May I type a letter for you? Do you need me to make a phone call for you? Do you need to have an appointment made? Tomorrow you need to get up at 8 a.m. because you have a meeting. This is the member of Galactic Command that is like doing things for you. And they are actively doing those things right now. Because, oops, haven't done that in a while. Because she wants to help you. She knows you might be a little confused. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of power in front of you. Look, a lot of power. And she wants to help you. She wants to make sure that your transition into this kind of way of life or whatever you're doing is as painless and as easy as possible. You know, and she does love you. You know, that, like I said, love is part of Galactic Command. They have duties and responsibilities, but they also love you. Okay? And this might actually be somewhat representing someone who could be a family member, could be a brother, could be a sister, could be a mom, could be a dad. You know, but she's representing that kind of help that you need. Okay? Bottom of the deck, you. You, look at that, you. Knight of Wands. That is what everybody thinks when they think of the Knights of the Round Table. That is what I think of. King Arthur, you know, he was a knight. Lancelot, Sir Gawain, all of them, you know, Percival. Those were all knights. This is you. This is you. Dressed and ready to take action. And you know, a knight doesn't have to be dressed to go into battle. A knight can put on his armor and get on his horse and ride through the town to show everybody that they are safe. Sworn to valor, defend the helpless, protect the weak, help others. Your presence is literally a guiding force. Lets others know that you're here. You have a purpose and a function. You count. And you're letting them know they count. That you're letting them know, I'm here if you need me. And if you need help, just ask. That is you. Knight in shining armor. That is so wonderful. Look at that. Look at that. You relaxing and you ready for action. Relaxing, ready for action. Just so you know, this is literally called a shock trooper in Galactic Command. Those are wings, but they're not like angel wings, and yet they're kind of like angel wings. That's like a jetpack on his back. That's literally a force lance and a survival gear kit. Those are his weapons. He is fully armed. Fully armed. There you go. So, that's your reading. What a great reading. Anyways, as I said before, this is manifested in the presence of the Almighty God. So it tells the truth. All this tells the truth. And it applies to you today, tomorrow, or a million years from now. It doesn't matter when you see this. So, as the angels say, good luck, and I will talk to you later.